So I went ahead and made some quick upgrades to our already iron farm, and now it's actually using the excess cobblestone to make us smooth stone. And I used smooth stone because I wanted to start off the foundations for what's going to be our future base. Don't get me wrong, this is working just as expected, as you guys can see, but it needs an upgrade. And as you might expect, if I need an upgrade, I need to get tons and tons of resources, which means we have to go down to the mines. And this is why I need to get off the mines as fast as I can. Oh, and let's not forget to get our hands on some nether quartz, and of course some soul sand and some soul soil. And now we move the things over to the new base, and I did make things a little bit bigger, but it's for a good reason. Now, first off, what I did was just put in 8 of these wheels over here, and then I put a stressometer so I can just take a look at how much stress I'm using over all the machines up there. And as you can see, we're barely using all the power that we have. Next up, put our cobblestone generator into a drawer, which now does have a void upgrade, so it will void any excess items. Then it goes into the same 5 millstones that we're still using the overflow system that we learned in Satisfactory. Just let it overflow into your machineries, and then it will eventually continue forward until it reaches that area over there. But here, then it's just gonna go zoom around and gonna get washed. We have a fan over here, but then the fan was not that powerful because it kind of stops watering here. But then as you can see, I added another one there, and that one just fixes the problem. So the items will convert around here, then go into the drawer. Then when all the millstones are full, the items will go around there, go underneath that fan, and go here. Will be converted into stone, and then when they're converted into stone, they'll keep going until they're converted into smooth stone. And I made the belts bigger, so I had a lot more space to deal with things. For example, this one, as you can see, we can have this go without stopping and will be converted. That's very good to keep up the flow of those machines, and they never back up any items inside of them. And here, I don't know yet because we don't have items reaching from that cobblestone generator all the way into there, so I don't know how that section over there is gonna flow. We'll see. But now I need 2 extra things. One of those is a place where I can have a tiny workshop, and that's going to be right around here somewhere, where I have some basic stuff like for cooking, for hunting, for washing, and for smelting whenever I need to cook and do all those cool things. I'll later do like proper areas where I have massive amount of cooking power and stuff like that, because I feel like that's going to be necessary later down the line. But the second thing is, well, resources. I do need extra resources, and there's a couple things I can get my hand on those. You see, we already have an iron income with the iron nuggets, but we can also get a gold income if we wash red sand or even soul sand. And if we do soul sand, we can also get some nether quartz. Now, soul sand, we need to hunt regular sand, and sand comes from gravel, even though this is, yeah, there you go. And the gravel comes from cobblestone, you know, just the process that we have there with a few extra steps, and we'll get us the gold. But the gold is not what I'm after. You see, there's a whole bunch of other ores in the world, like a whole bunch of other ores, and all of these ones we can get from a very cool machine called the excavator. If I just can type it right, yeah, this one. Now that one is from the immersive engineering, and if you take a look here, this is what the machine looks like. It's this bad boy, but of course this bad boy comes with his own issues, and those being it requires steel, tons of steel, besides other things, of course. And how can we get our hands in steel? Well, if you take a look at the recipe here, the steel ingots is made through the blast furnace or even the arch furnace. We're gonna go the blast furnace way, of course, to start off. And this guy requires some bricks, some extra things like nether bricks and some magma blocks. But if you take a look at the recipe again, it does also need to be powered by something. Now that something is not random. It's gotta be coal or coke, whatever you want to call it. And this bad boy needs to be put in a coke oven, and the coke oven There it is. It needs, well, more bricks and clay. So I got my hands on some bricks, some clay, some sand. I have some nether bricks being made at the other house. So let's get our hands dirty and start to make some steel. Now, while I'm waiting for things to cook, there's also an extra thing I can get myself a hands on. And this is getting some rose quartz, which is made out of some nether quartz and some redstone. Thanks to our trip to the nether, we got ourselves some quartz, and now we can just put it on the offhand, use some sandpaper, which you guess it, made out of sand and paper. And well, we now have pink diamonds, which is not really pink diamonds, so rose quartz. Combine rose quartz or polished rose quartz with some item sheets, and then you get the electron tubes, which now allow us to make a lot of brass things, and we already have the brass from the last episode, which means we can now make things like deployers, brass funnels and tunnels, and more importantly, mechanical crafters. And now we have 21 mechanical crafters, which means we can now make crushing wheels. Very important. And here we go, we got ourselves some crushing wheels, which means I can now make a little bit of an automation over here to get my hands on some sand. There we go, and this is pretty simple. I have a case here, a crate here, which I just put manually some cobblestone whenever I need anything, and then it will get millstone into gravel. Gravel will get crushed and will give us sand. Now, the recipe for this can also give us some flint, and there's a little bit of a chance of some clay balls. Now, I'm mostly looking for sand, because sand, we can then use it for several different things. As you can see, we can make glass, we can make soul sand, and we can make more clay. Now, more clay is the route I'm kind of going for right now, because I kind of want to get my hands on a bunch of emeralds, and I can trade with the stonemason clay for emeralds, so it seems like a pretty good trade. Oh, and for now, I can really just grab that water, put lava if I want to, and then boom, I got an auto smelter here as well. And of course, we got now the blast furnace and the coke ovens. The coke ovens already made me some coke, so let's go ahead and put them to making me some steel. I also have this thing over here, which I'm slowly but surely getting more lava blocks to fill this area up. Because if I have a full lava block here, it will then go through the dripstone and fill these cauldrons, and this will be a decent way for me to start getting in some lava. You know, not gonna be super fast, but it's gonna help. And of course, very important, having a tree farm. Very simple, just a water wheel underneath powering a mechanical bearing, which is then rotating, 2 saws, 2 deployers, placing down acacia. I was making with spruce, but spruce was just not growing, so I just swapped to acacia, and boom, we just got our first tree, so that's pretty good. But you see, in order to get a ton more resources coming my way, I wanted to get my hands on Fortune 3. Unfortunately, I used my level 30 enchant and I only got efficiency 4, which isn't bad, you know, but it's no Fortune 3. I could reroll a villager, but I want to do some mining, because I want to do like a bunch of other resources and all those things. So I'm gonna go ahead and make myself a portable drill, as you guys can see. Now this bad boy is pretty decent. I believe it mines in a 3x3, which is perfect. If we shift, it doesn't mine in a 3x3. I think if you shift, it only breaks a single block, which is fine as well. But it needs fuel and it also needs water. Well, but how do you put those types of things into this gun? Or drill, I should say. As you can see, I already put 100 milli buckets, or that's a single bucket of water. How do you do this? You put it in your half hand, you get a water bucket, and you just toss it with the Q. But by doing this, it actually is putting into the portable drill. So we can just sit here, fill buckets, and then toss them, and it will slowly fill this bad boy up. As you can see, we're only 3 buckets away. And now we have it filled with water. And that is why I made this. So we have an easier time just gathering lava at our own base. And yes, lava works to put into this. You can also use coal, I believe, but lava, it's 100 by a single bucket, and I'm not really sure about coal. Okay, coal is 8. I guess you can say it is like the burning potential of the item. Like a single piece of coal burns 8 items, and a lava bucket burns 100 items. So that's why it goes up to 100. But I now wonder, like, how fast does this deplete? And why did it not break 3? Because it needs the enchantment. I should read more. It needs the digging enchantment. With the digging enchantment, it will break in a 3x3. Okay. But well, in fact I did have to do a quick refreshing of trades, and now I got a mending fortune efficiency 4, and I got an efficiency 4 silk touch pickaxe. So I guess I can go mining for coal because I need tons of it. Oh, and a quick side note. Yes, I heard you guys, all the things you guys been commenting in the video, especially about andesite, and yes, there's a lot of fixes, but I believe from all of those, the best one is getting the nature's compass into the pack. Yes, because this not only allows us to find andesite areas, it also allows us to find any biome we may want, and I believe that's like the best solution we can have. Plus, I added 2 extra things, one of these being the FTB chunks, which is pretty good, and it will allow us to, for example, claim our bases, and this is very handy in case any creeper wants to spawn and blow up things. This will prevent it from happening, and we'll also have the opportunity to actually chunk load a few chunks, which can be very, very handy. We do have a proper chunk loader mod. I believe we even have 2 chunk loader mods, or 3. We have a lot of chunk loaders now, so there's a lot of possibilities here. And the other one that I added in was quark, because I wanted to have a few recipes to help me craft a bunch of things easy. And the quark is the best way to go, and it also adds some pretty cool things, like for example some tomes that allow you to have even higher enchanting levels, different boats, different chests. It even adds the crafter for 1.21. So yeah, there's a lot of cool things that this mod pack adds, and I really wanted to have it evident. And we must not forget that these bad boys also produce creosote oil, so I made myself a fluid tank, and now I'm just piping it all out. And I upgraded our smelter. Now I can just dump anything I want to cook into here, and boom, there we go, it cooks. Now basically I'm getting the power from the same place that I'm getting that power upstairs. I'm just brought it underneath here, as you guys can see, and I'm just powering the belt with just a single water wheel, because that's slow enough so that this fan at 32 SU can cook anything just as about it's getting out of range. See, this is the last area affected by the fan, and they turn just around here, which is perfect. So I think I am good here. Now I've been mining, I've been building, I've been doing lots of things, but one thing always is on the back of my mind, and that is the Ender Dragon. I need to go and kill that bad boy. First I need to find him. And if you know, to find him, we probably have to travel a long distance. And, well, I don't want to walk that far. So, meet the airplane. Now, this bad boy hopefully is going to be very handy on our journey here. Now, I don't know what he uses as fuel. Hopefully he uses that. I think he uses that. But there's a little bit of a problem. I don't really remember the controls, so I'm probably gonna crash. Well, let us enjoy the ride, shall we? It's very complicated to drive this because you do need to use your mouse. You also need to use the arrow keys to turn left and right. So I maybe want to change some of these key binds. But that said, this is a very smooth sailing and very good for exploration. And we had a safe landing. Now this is very cool, but very hard to navigate, so I'm not going to use these a lot of times. There is a bigger plane version, there's also a cargo plane version, and there's also an helicopter version. So maybe we'll play around with these a little bit, whenever we need to go and actually find the end portal. And then to explore the end islands, we can also use this bad boy. Guys, I think I revolutionized village transfer. He is on the plane. I repeat, he is on the plane. You can see his little feet are above the ground. So can I take him back to the base? I mean, I don't want this one, so I'll probably get the one that I want, but do they fly with me? Yes, 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 I got one, I got one. Okay, so now we break this. Go here. We... okay, wait, we got this. Put the furnace engine, there we go. Then we go up here, then we put the coal. Now we turn around, because that's not a good place to go. We go this way. And just need to put the camera in the way that I can see. Let's move slowly. Now we full on throttle up. And I mean we're getting somewhere. Is he still with us? He is! Okay, now we just have to somehow make it back to the base, which is all the way to the south. It's gotta be tricky pointing there, but we'll get there. And now, ladies and gentlemen, to your right, you can see the Mesa, the former known Mesa biome, now is Badlands, which is a awful name in my opinion. On your left, you have a jungle. It's a pretty cool biome. I did not know there was a jungle here. Now I know. Okay, so that's our base, and I need to go from the other side to probably get a landing on. Oh, this is gonna go so badly. I just hope he doesn't die. That's all I need. I don't need him to die. It's to live. We gotta live, man. We gotta live. Oh boy. That's not good enough. That's not good enough. Oh my god, this is going so badly. Okay, I'm gonna try it again. Hold up. I'm gonna line it better this time. Okay, I believe now we have this. We have this. Just ignore. We're gonna face this way. Gonna full turn now. You should see it come to view any second. Yes, there it is. Gonna slow a little bit the plane. Nose down. Toggle off. Engines off. And landed. Perfect. How do you feel, man? How do you like your new home? You like it? Is it cool? I just need to lock you up somewhere though. I'm probably gonna lock up here. No, down here. I think down here is a cool spot for him. And there you go. You even have a view for the sunset, huh? Did you just have like a... Oh, that's a neck massager. Oh, that's pretty cool. Which means now I have an easier access to trading with this guy with sticks and flint. And this airplane just went up a lot in my consideration. Well, today was indeed a very productive day, with lots of upgrades to our base and a lot more to come. But I think we're gonna have to cut it off here for today. There's a lot to do in the next episode, so stay tuned for those. And as always, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, subscribe if you haven't, and see ya in the next one. Bye!